destroying what's left in Iran. Bridges next, then electric power plants. New regime leadership knows what has to be done.
CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper posted that it's undeniable that progress is being made. The president's post on Truth Social, he posted video of a bridge that was being destroyed. That's the B1 bridge, about 25 miles west of Tehran. The president posted the video with the text. It's time for Iran to make a deal before it's too late. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi countered with a post saying striking civilian structures won't compel Iranians to surrender. It only conveys defeat and moral collapse of an enemy in disarray.
Fox's Mike Tobin. New Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche denies that criticism over her handling of Jeffrey Epstein files had anything to do with President Trump firing Pam Bondi from the job yesterday. Fox's Kevin Cork.
Multiple sources say her problems began just weeks into the job when she appeared on Fox in February of 2025.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
But there was no client list to speak of. Then, of course, last July, the DOJ put out that memo announcing the Epstein case would essentially be closed, noting, quote, "This systematic review revealed no incriminating client list." Now, in addition to Blanche being a possible replacement, others being floated for the post include EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights Harmeet Dillon, and even Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
Wall Street Journal reports the president told Bondi on Wednesday, "I think it's time." The crew of the Artemis 2 mission's on its way to the moon after accelerating out of Earth's orbit, 4 days away from the trip around the moon, further than humans have ever flown before. America's listening to Fox News.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
3 state troopers in Massachusetts appeared in court charged in connection with the death of a recruit hit repeatedly in the head during boxing training.
3 Mass state troopers charged with involuntary manslaughter pleaded as one next to the grieving family of recruit Enrique Delgado Garcia in a packed Worcester Superior courtroom. Defense attorneys for Sergeant Jennifer Penton, Trooper Edwin Rodriguez, and Trooper David Montanez called the recruit's death a tragic accident, but not a crime. The state argues they're responsible for unapproved boxing training that led to the death of Delgado Garcia at the academy in September of 2024. The recruit's mourning mother, relatives, and their attorney demanded accountability.
They are grieving still, as you can tell, and they are going to stick with this process for as long as it takes.
A crowd supporting the family with signs stood outside during the hearing, also looking for answers from state police.
Fox 25 Boston's Daniel Coates, a 4th trooper charged in the case, has not appeared in court yet. There's severe thunderstorms and possible tornadoes in the forecast for a stretch of the country.
Strong to severe thunderstorms developed Friday from the central and southern plains into the Mississippi and Ohio valleys, with the greatest concern focused on northern Missouri into southern Iowa. Large hail and a few tornadoes will be possible. Heavy rain may also lead to localized flooding concerns from the southern plains into the Ozarks and parts of the Missouri Valley. Meanwhile, a separate system is bringing a wintry mix from the northern plains into the upper Great Lakes, with snow, sleet, and freezing rain creating hazardous travel. Temperatures stay warm ahead of the front across the central and eastern United States, then turn cooler behind it, with parts of the northern plains dropping well below average. Adam Klotz, Fox News.
Judge in New York dismisses actress Blake Lively's sexual harassment claims against actor and director Justin Baldoni, but says her claim that Baldoni's company retaliated with a smear campaign can go to trial next month. Baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates call up 19-year-old star shortstop prospect Connor Griffin for the team's home opener tonight. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, state of Illinois is honoring every Illinois State police officer killed in the line of duty over the next several months. IDOT and Illinois Tollway will erect signs for fallen ISP officers. New signs will be standardized for a uniform look since the agency began providing services April 1st, 1922. 73 ISP officers have died on the line of duty. Illinois Holocaust Museum mourning the passing of founder and survivor Sam Harris. He died this week at the age of 90, born in Dublin, Poland in 1935. He was one of the youngest known survivors of the Holocaust. Illinois saw mixed job numbers in January, according to data from the Department of Employment Security. State's unemployment rate ticked up to 4.9%, rising 0.2 from December. At the same time, Illinois added 18,000 non-farm payroll jobs, the biggest monthly gain since June of 2023. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. I'm Diane Ducey, and Stevie J has some components of our Good Friday here on ESPN 93.5 for April 3rd. Our weather has been more mild today, and I want to hear about people as they're heading to Indianapolis for the weekend and the Final Four experience for our fans. And how are things, Greg?
Doing well, Diane. Yeah, I think for folks heading towards Indianapolis, a little more random nature to rainfall for the day today, but later on tonight and tomorrow morning, they'll have to deal with some rounds of activity, both from here to over there, probably even into the early afternoon. And so if you can deal with that, then get an early leg out there. If you have to travel during the course of the rainier spells, and by golly, that's kind of the way it's going to play out around here. I think most, if not all, of probably the last of that rain clears out of the Indianapolis area finally at some point just before tip-off tomorrow. So expect some rainy travel out there.
I think the farmers are enjoying all this rain that we're getting, though. I don't know how the planting season is, how their planning is for that.
I understand there's kind of two ledgers. Folks who like to get out there early, they go with early varieties, and they want to be out there now, but that's going to be problematic going forward. And then folks who maybe take a little more traditional look, they may be on the back end of this, or at least winding down, not completely ending of this, probably a good solid 6-week time frame of what weather conditions across the area. If you wanted drought relief, we're seeing that already, and the beat goes on later next week as well.
All right, your full forecast from our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you by Carl, as you discover the job, career, and purpose you were meant for with Carl Health. Discover more as you visit carlhealth.org/careers. Take it away, Greg.
All righty, Diane. Yeah, and Bo, you can see it. We've gone in some areas from a drought to a flood. The Wabash in flood stage. Some of the area streams and rivers southeast to Champaign County and east from there as well. Get up towards the mid and lower Illinois River Basin. So this has been a dramatic shift in turn of events, and certainly not done with even the shorter term of it. You're making the run towards Indy via the I-70 corridor. Some shower activity north and northeast of Edwardsville, around the Effingham area. A couple of showers not far off the Brickyard. They check in with the readings this morning there of about 68, 69 degrees. We set at 55 over at the Water Survey, 53 at Paxton, 61 over at Danville. The same boundary that came through the area with some quick heavy downpours and a couple of warnings tomorrow. Yes, I should say yesterday afternoon and evening time will continue to play out here. Maybe the threat for a couple of strong or heavy storms later this afternoon and the front part of tonight. So a random stray shower threat this morning, then scattered showers and thunderstorms break out for this afternoon. Looks like we'll move back into an unseasonably mild day's worth of weather. The humidity and dew points surging back northward as the day wears on, with a fair amount of cloudiness. 76 the high. West winds will turn southwest to south, and a couple of periods of showers and thunderstorms for tonight will add to, generally speaking, the 1 3/4 to almost 3 inches we've seen thus far. Some spots even see more than that, with more on the way tonight. Low down to 62, and again maybe a heavy thunderstorm threat this evening. Tomorrow, windy, turning cooler in the afternoon. Showers, maybe a thunderstorm around here in the morning. A lesser chance in the afternoon. Again, the rains probably don't completely move out of Indianapolis until sometime just before kickoff, tip-off tomorrow. Tip-off, he says, tomorrow. Not kickoff, tip-off. It's the other sport, Greg, and a high here tomorrow at 67 and falling temperatures. 36 tomorrow night, so a partly sunny, dry, but breezy Easter Sunday. Mid-30s for sunrise services at 53 later in the day. 50s, dry weather Monday and Tuesday. Back to the 60s on Wednesday next week. Thursday and Friday, makings of another robust wet weather pattern over a wide area. The Corn Belt, Central Illinois included, but back in the 70s Thursday will tickle 80 next Friday. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Thanks, Greg. All right, 7:10. I'm Diane Ducey, 57 out. It's Good Friday.
With my arms stretched wide, I will worship.
is Easter week. The most important day on the calendar for Christians is Easter. Without it, we would not celebrate Christmas. Monsignor Mark Meridian, one of the tremendous humans I've met in my life, formerly of St. Matthew's in a lot of different places. Monsignor Mark Meridian, and I said earlier when we were going to have you on that you look the same as you did at St. Matthew's. I need to know, what are you doing?
I told you it's the good life that we're called to live, and when you do that, you don't age. You're there for the Lord's work, right?
I think we're going to, anytime we could start this, but we're going to make a summer where we're going to go to all the county fairs and have people guess your age and win all the teddy bears. All of them. Every single one of them.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, great having you here.
Love it.
This is an exciting week for Illinois basketball. We've just been inundated with the response and the people. But I don't want to forget Good Friday. I don't want to forget Easter weekend. This is, am I right? Is this the most important day? Because, the disciples scattered. They were scared. They were next. And then Jesus came back from the dead on Sunday. Unbelievable. It changed humanity.
It's an amazing 3 days. And it was correctly said, the Triduum, the 3 days, they all act as one because it's all a narrative of Jesus' offering of himself on the cross, his death, and then his glorious resurrection. And all of those are so intimately tied together because they are one element of Jesus' gift of life for us,
Yeah, and that the disciples, as much as they were with him for 3 years and saw the miracles and saw everything, and then he kept alluding to this day. And I don't know if they understood or got it or believed it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that just like we don't always understand things right away, or we can't see something until hindsight. And I think that was true with the apostles as well. They heard Jesus' words, they thought about it, reflected on it, and then eventually they thought, well, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, maybe there's something else I'm not getting. And then eventually, obviously, the Holy Spirit is the director of all of our thoughts, and the Holy Spirit confirmed the words that Jesus had given them, and they saw and believed. That's what we hear at the tomb when the apostles gathered there.
And my understanding is if this was fake, the first person to know about it wouldn't have been a woman in those days, right?
Yeah, right, exactly, correct. Mary Magdalene, how about that?
How about that? And it's a woman. He's alive. And how many people he appeared to? I guess 400? Is that kind of the number?
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and many, many people heard and saw the appearance of Jesus in varied ways. And it's truly an amazing gift that Jesus showed that he was coming back, that he was present to us, not only in the Eucharist, but also by his divine presence after the resurrection. I'm finishing a book by Dr. Gilbert Lavoie. He wrote this book on the shroud. Remember, we've talked about that before?
Mm-hmm.
It's published in 2023. It's just a great reflection of the Gospel of John and how the Shroud of Turin ties into all those beautiful things.
I don't know. I wasn't there 2,000 years ago, Monsignor, but I know human. Yeah. Even though you have an age and yeah, right. Anyway, I know people, and people are weak. We have a lot of weakness, and there's no way that Peter says, I'm not worthy to be crucified upside down. You have to put me upside down. They did because they saw him, and yet here we live in faith. But there's no way you rally. The Holy Spirit was huge. Nothing happens without the Holy Spirit either. We had to have that to start the church.
Yeah, think of the appearance after Jesus' death and resurrection in the upper room. The Holy Spirit strengthened the apostles. That's our confirmation, filled them with the Spirit so that they were no longer afraid. They were courageous, willing to share the good news of the Lord, and all of that became apparent to them in their hearts and in their minds. The great gift of the Lord's resurrection. So that experience, they were open to that, and the Holy Spirit really helped them to fulfill that God's plan in the world.
The only disciple, I think, at the cross was John, right? He was there with Mary and Mary Magdalene, and I think Jesus looked down and said, "Behold your mother." I think, in other words, take care of my mom.
Yep.
And she
would take care of my mom, and he said to John, take care of her, take care of the church. And, and that's where we have to care for each other on this world. Not only the vertical image of loving God, but then also loving our neighbor, brothers and sisters in the world.
Well, it's a daily task, and I feel sad for people that. If I just urge people that are curious to ask questions and kind of look into this. Now, I've heard it. No, you haven't. You haven't felt the peace that transcends all understanding, Monsignor. And I think that I wish that on everyone, because there's certainty there. Otherwise, aren't we like a hamster on a wheel over and over and over again?
Right.
And
isn't that true?
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's why, like what you're saying, it takes time. Sometimes we're slow to believe, as the scriptures tell us, right? And that's where we have to pray for an increase in the gift of faith. And more people are responding, I think, to that invitation, especially in the church. There's really a resurgence of people coming into the church this year all throughout the world. And look at the world around us, and there's got to be something more than the craziness of our conflicts and wars that are taking place. And I think that's what people are looking for. They're looking for the peace that only Christ can give.
How long have you been a priest, Father? Monsignor?
32 years.
32 years. Monsignor Mark Meridian has, and we have gone in 32 years. I mean, some of the things we're talking about, some of the things, social media, some of the evil that is present is more real to me than ever in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's becoming more stark, isn't it? I've noticed that too as well. The really dichotomy between what is good and what is not good. It's very apparent. And Jesus said, you'll have this with you always, but don't lose faith. Have faith in me.
Could you tell us about the leadership in our church in this chapter with Pope Leo?
Yeah, how about that? I think that's really exciting. I love a lot of the things that he is really focusing on in his pontificate, calling really for world peace. Pope Francis did the same thing, care of the environment, care of the poor, care of those in need. And he's also in union with the whole church throughout the world. He wants to bring about the unity of the body of Christ. And I think that's why the Pope is so popular right now. He's just a regular Bob, a regular guy who wants the unity of the whole world, not just Catholics, but everybody.
And a White Sox fan. How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
I don't know if you...
I'm sure that makes some people not happy, but that's all right.
I don't think there's a position like this, but if you can get a note to the Pope and just say, I'd like Monsignor Mark Meridian to be Vice Pope. Can we create a Vice Pope? I mean, it's just...
Yeah, Vice Pope. How about that?
And I've been in the Sistine Chapel, and you look up at that window, and you're going, I just envision they're standing on each other's shoulders to reach the window. It must be just, it's just,
Yeah.
and the whole church on this, you on my rock, I will build this. Peter, Peter who denied Christ, it kind of started the whole Catholic Church.
Well, that just, I think that's another great image of how God uses weak, sinful people to really restore life in faith. And I think that's true of all of us. It's amazing that we don't want to recognize our sins necessarily, that holds us back. Rather, we want to recognize that it's God's grace who lifts us up.
That's right.
Monsignor, you are a conduit for God, and I really appreciate your wisdom, your words, the influence you have and have had on so many and will have. And really appreciate always having you on, because I think you're...
Oh, it's a joy. Always a joy. It's nice to be too. That's a nice
yes, it is.
Too.
Thank you as we remember Jesus this weekend. And please, if you're just dizzy and you don't know, please ask questions about Jesus. There's somebody in your life that will help you right now.
Absolutely.
Monsignor, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great talking to you both. Thanks, everyone.
Monsignor Mark Meridian, formerly St. Matthews.
Yes.
He's up in Rock Island, the Quad City area.
And, under the Bishop of Peoria with
Diocese.
Louis
Yep. We love Monsignor Mark Meridian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the Our Idea is Ready to Launch vision. This is the Create Great Jobs vision. This is the We Need More Space vision. This is Busey, where your business visions become realizations. Through securing capital for growth and comprehensive strategies that ensure a prosperous future, because thriving businesses mean thriving people and thriving communities. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini from Illini Mattress. A special shout out to Kylan Boswell, already getting his best rest and sleep on a mattress from Illini Mattress. They're cheering you on. Go Illini.
Steve Tarrant State Farm would like to give a shout out to our Illini men's basketball team, 106 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign. It's been a phenomenal year. Looking forward to 2 more wins. Go Illini.
rebuilding.
When the storm rolls in, where will
the Supreme Court, pharma companies must work with the U.S. government to cut drug prices and must commit to move production to the U.S. to completely avoid tariffs. If they do neither, they'll face the 100% tariff. The tariffs won't apply to countries that have a trade agreement with the U.S. covering pharma businesses. Starbucks is handing off a large part of its coffee shop business in China to an investment firm. Boyu Capital will hold 60% of its China operations. The parent company of Saks Fifth Avenue, Bergdorf Goodman, and Neiman Marcus could be out of bankruptcy by this summer. Saks Global Enterprises has lined up financing from bondholders. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
Most investments today feel like second jobs. Real estate, you're a landlord. Stocks, you're a day trader. Crypto, you're a full-time researcher. You've got a life to live. Your investment should help you live it. That's why more Americans are choosing gold. Noble Gold has helped thousands protect their future with real physical gold. Visit NobleGoldInvestments.com to get your free wealth protection kit. That's NobleGoldInvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Our weather forecast brought to you by Urbana Park District. And yes, they have some great summer job opportunities, maybe a lifeguard, maybe a camp counselor. The summer camp options are great too. Visit urbanaparks.org.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity, as expected, the wet weather pattern into play. Boy, some substantial rainfall totals at 1 to 2, some spots at 3 to better than 4 inches yesterday. More to come over the next 48 hours. We'll top out at 76 today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in spots before the morning is done. Back in later this afternoon. Those could be stronger, locally severe. Highs up to 76. And note that south wind 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy moderate tonight. Showers and thunderstorms around this evening, along with a chance for some stronger, locally severe thunderstorm activity early this evening. Scattered showers late, low down to 60 tomorrow. Unseasonably warm, partly sunny. A bit of rain in spots in the morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms break out tomorrow afternoon again with a high up to around 77. Saturday outlook breezy, turning cooler. Showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Shower threat later in the day, high about 68. Easter Sunday better, breezy, cooler, partly sunny and 53. Mid-30s for sunrise. Temperatures are back into the 50s for highs. Dry weather Monday and Tuesday. The rains are back in next Wednesday and Thursday as highs head back to the 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and their run to the national championship from your fans at T-Pro Towing and 3C's Repair. Go Illini!
Camps, home of the Drinking Illini for 93 years. Go Illini!
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and good luck in Indy from your fans at Freedom Fabrication and Millwright's On-Site Repair. Go Illini!
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini from your friends at Grizzly's Chimney Service for all your chimney needs. Go Illini!
Unbelievable. In this busy time with spring ball, tracking our Fighting Illini basketball team, the head football coach at the University of Illinois, Brett Bielema, to share a few minutes with us. Are you kidding me?
Thank you.
Pretty nice of you, Coach. Wow.
All good.
We're happy you're here, and I want to ask about spring football, but give me your take on what Brad's done with his team, and you're going over to Indy. This is huge. Does it help football?
Crazy.
Absolutely. You know, we actually had a official visitor in this weekend and battling out a couple other Big Ten teams for him, and they watched the game, and we're all into it, players and kids. So it's just really awesome, contagious feeling. I had the pleasure on certain days when we have a chance. I'll come in really early. I came in this morning at early, and then I buzz home and take my wife a cup of coffee, and I take my girls to school, and I walk in, and it's Illini Spirit Day today for my girls at school, and
yes.
Bella has on the Brad Underwood sweatshirt that I wear that's got him screaming, and I literally laughed.
Nice.
That's so funny.
And then Brexley, she's a fan, but she's not going to waver off her favorite Luke Altmaier, so she's got a Luke Altmaier jersey on and just smiling ear to ear. It's just absolutely hilarious.
Well, you have little girls that are going to, well, not so little, they're growing so quickly, but you have girls that are going to be watching the NFL draft for Luke, for sure.
Oh, I promise you. I'm going to get stocked by NFL.com, whatever jersey Luke ends up going to. I promise you we're going to buy it out.
Yeah, that is funny. So you're in all of this excitement, you have time to go over. You've adjusted spring ball and practice and everything else, but everybody's kind of wrapped up in this, aren't they?
Yeah, it's good. We had practice number 5 last night. We were on the grass last night till about 8:30. Come in early this morning, watch our film. prep, and then we get meetings tonight with our guys. Tomorrow we'll get practice number 6, and then Saturday morning we'll come in here early, but trying to get our guys. I got almost my whole staff is going over. Josh Whitman was able to make some tickets available for our guys, so really appreciate all Josh has done, and we'll go over there and get a chance to watch it on Saturday and hopefully stay till Monday night and see where it goes.
I don't know if we've talked since the season, but dang, 19 wins in 2 years, most ever. I mean, Brett Bielema, this is significant.
Well, it's just a lot of fun. I think, obviously everybody saw all the social media between myself, Brad, and Shauna Green. Like, we're the only trio that an AD has hired, and we're the only trio that in 2 years' time has been able to put together wins in a postseason, wins in a tournament, both men's and women's basketball 2 years in a row. No one else in all of athletics, the entire country, has done that. And it all starts with Josh Whitman. He's just absolutely awesome at what he does. He makes it such a great environment, not only for us as coaches, but our assistant coaches, our support staff, our families. It's just really cool time to be a part of the University of Illinois on so many different levels.
2 more minutes, and you're busy, and thank you for jumping on. But when you look at spring ball, obviously you're kind of assessing. What's your initial knee-jerk reaction of what you're going to have?
I like this group. I like them. We have about 50 new players in the building. We got about a 100-man roster, 110-man roster, and half of them are guys that have never been with us in any capacity before. I have 8 new coaches on my staff as well. So, today's kind of a cool day. We got about 25 teams from the NFL that are in today. For Gabe Backus is having a pro day today. He wasn't able to run 2 weeks ago, so we have another repeat pro day today with. Yeah, and I think my proto told me, our NFL liaison, I think we got 25 of the 32 NFL teams just to watch him today. So, now when I go out to spring ball and I don't see Gabe Backus anymore on the edge, it's also concerning. But we got some new guys on defense, new guys on offense, got a new defensive system that's been really fun to be a part of, and just a lot of really good things happening.
Just the tip for your defensive coordinator, get 11 Devin Weatherspoons. You'll be fine. That's all you need.
It make life a little bit easier. I agree. It's kind of cool, too, since we've been here, right? Like, I think, I know Spoon's already under contract talks. I think next year when the NFL season kicks off, the highest paid safety in NFL history and the highest paid corner in NFL history would have both been here at the University of Illinois. And that does wonders for us in the recruiting world as we move forward. So that's a really cool thing to celebrate.
You get him in there. Devin Witherspoon improved exponentially under you, and you've done that before. So this is the place to get to the league, and I know that the kids know that. We're excited for you, Brett. You are the man. Congratulations on everything and what's moving forward. We're fired up to follow the Fighting Illini. The more people are going to keep coming to Memorial Stadium because of this, man.
That's right.
We're super excited. Really cool moment in time, and let's just enjoy it and not take it for granted.
You got it. Hey, thanks for jumping on.
Thanks for being on.
It. Absolutely. Take care. Okay. ILL.
I. He almost forgot that.
I'm kind of waiting for the out cue on that.
I was waiting for it, too. I said, thanks for see you. ILL. Got it covered.
Go Illini.
INI. ESPN 93.5. Congratulations to the Fighting Illini, and good luck from your fans at the Ambrose Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove.
And New Orleans' #1 fans are John and Bobby Cacciatarian saying, Go Illini!
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and their run to a national championship. From your fans at Shimmer and Chic Boutique in Tuscola. Go Illini!
This is Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This April, pick any day of the month. Don't miss our spring cleaning, scratch and dent, and or discontinued sale event of the century. We're talking 50, 60, 70% off the already reduced price. Wow! Now's the time to replace that dishwasher that's barely washing dishes. Here we have a dishwasher with a small dent on the door. Your kids are playing football in the kitchen every night while you're making dinner. It's gonna get dented anyway. Now you have a fully functional dishwasher and you saved $400. How about a refrigerator? Last year's model, not a single scratch. Save yourself $1,000 and put it towards a family summer vacation. Awesome! A new vent hood above your range. Be honest, you haven't looked at those grease filters since the late 90s. Buy a closeout hood and watch it shine from a room over for the next quarter century. It's the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Spring Cleaning, Scratch and Dent, and or discontinued closeout appliance sale of the century. You don't have to rush. The sale is going on the whole month of April. Unless it's April 29th, you might want to hurry. Wow!
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
Fox News, I'm CJ. Papa airstrikes take out a bridge in Iran, considered the tallest in the Middle East. President Trump on Truth Social threatening to destroy electric power plants, but Iran is vowing to strike bridges in Israel. What about the key shipping lane?
The commercially critical Strait of Hormuz remains closed today, largely. Around 5 tankers a day transiting that. Compare that to 100 on average that used it before this war began.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in Tel Aviv. Gas a penny overnight, landing at $4.09 a gallon. For radio, that from AAA. Diesel checking in at $5.53 a gallon. That's up 3 cents. And Iran damages a desalinization plant and sets a refinery ablaze in Kuwait. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. No explosive devices found after Rochester High School evacuated Thursday for a bomb threat. School says a bomb threat reported at about 11:40 a.m. RHS administration immediately called Rochester police. The investigation is ongoing. Champaign police say a second 15-year-old arrested in last month's deadly shooting at Marketplace Mall. The teen taken into custody for a warrant for aggravated battery with a firearm. Police say they responded to the parking lot where 16-year-old Jalen Bailey was shot and later died. Another 15-year-old arrested earlier. Prosecutors seeking to try him in adult court. Illinois saw mixed job numbers in January, according to data from the Department of Employment Security. The state's unemployment rate ticked up to 4.9%, rising 0.2 from December. At the same time, Illinois added 18,000 non-farm payroll jobs, biggest monthly gain since June of 2023. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hi, this is Michelle Lake with the Philo Exchange Bank. At Philo Exchange Bank, we believe that banking should feel personal. Whether you bank online or stop in to see our friendly team, we are here to support your financial goals every step of the way. Visit us at any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, Broadlands, or at our newest branch in Tolono, opening this spring.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini from Illini Mattress. A special shout out to Kylan Boswell, already getting his best rest and sleep on a mattress from Illini Mattress. They're cheering you on. Go Illini.
Steve Tarrant State Farm would like to give a shout out to our Illini men's basketball team, 106 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign. It's been a phenomenal year. Looking forward to 2 more wins. Go Illini.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, this Saturday. Nice to get that welcome rainfall at 1 to 2, but pockets of 3 to 4 inches noted in some areas as well. Even a little higher in some areas of the Wabash Valley. Keep an eye on some standing water and the showers and thunderstorms back in as the morning wears on. And this afternoon as well, those could be growing locally stronger, severe. Highs up to 76 and that south wind too at 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy milder for tonight after mid-70s today, 60 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Again, after midnight, some of those storms this evening could be having severe. Partly sunny, warm for the day tomorrow. Touch of rain early, scattered showers, thunderstorms back in for the afternoon and tomorrow night. High tomorrow at 77, back down to 62 for tomorrow night. And a Saturday high with showers and thunderstorms in the morning at 68. Dry weather, partly sunny, mid-30s for sunrise services Easter Sunday morning, 53 in the afternoon. 50s Monday and Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday, Thursday. Rain back in the forecast late next week as well. First TVJ Broadcasting IB-logist Greg Solje.
Congratulations, Coach Underwood and the team from your friends at Apple Dumpling in Urbana, home of the amazing fried chicken and apple dumplings. Enjoy breakfast all weekend and open Saturday nights. Takeout available for the big game. Go Illini!
Hey, this is Mike Turner with Carpet Weavers. Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and good luck from your friends at Carpet Weavers in Champaign. Your flooring, carpet, and furniture store on Market View and Champaign. Floors, furniture, and family. And go Illini!
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value
and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Urbana Park District is hiring. Are you looking for a summer gig or a side hustle? With great jobs as a lifeguard, camp counselor, grounds crew, customer service representative, and other opportunities. Young adults getting a first job to boost their resume. Line up a new gig that's convenient right along the MTD bus line. Learn more about the job openings online at urbanaparks.org. Make some money, serve the community, make connections this summer with the Urbana Park District.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Friday brings Brother Johnny, New Orleans, Louisiana. Johnny, how's your weather down there?
Well, it's good, Stevie. We're, in the 80s. We got some sunshine. We had a little rain when I was in Pylos, that island here. It rained pretty hard, and we needed it badly.
Yes.
We need some more, actually.
Well, we've had
doing well.
We've had 2 headed toward like 4 inches by the end of next week, so that should help.
Well, we're catching back, so that's great for the agriculture business, let me tell you. And then we can all just take a break and go get Yukon there in Indianapolis.
All right, so there's a caravan essentially leaving from here to there. In fact, the caravan probably started because at, I think, 9 this morning, the doors open Friday, 9 a.m., Lucas Oil Stadium. You can go watch Illinois practice for an hour. How about that?
That's fantastic. And what do you think? What's the line? What's the scuttlebutt going around the nation as far as this Final Four goes?
I think we are very satisfied not being talked about as much as everybody else and picked essentially 4th in that 4. And I think even though we're favored by 2.5 points over Connecticut, I think people believe the experience of Danny Hurley. They've won 2 of the last 4 NCAAs, 2 of the last 3 maybe. So that's definitely leaning the heritage, culture, experience, been in the big house and all those things. It favors Connecticut. But I tell you, to a person, people around here believe we can win on the game tomorrow, Johnny. What do you think?
Well, it's the Final Four, and I think the Illini have these 3 turkeys lined up just the way we want them. So we could just go 1 game at a time, 2 games, and it's a 4-man tournament. Definitely we can win it all. Of course, any team in there could win 2 games. But we're playing well. My coaching tip is manage that 3-point. Be aware that if it's not going well for threes, you don't have to balance out by missing all of yours if they're missing all of theirs, because we can go inside. And I want to go after that big guy, Stevie.
Yes.
If we get him in foul trouble, we're in good shape.
His name is last name of the kid is Reed, and he played at Michigan last year. Because we did a little round table here. We got David Merkovich here. Morez Johnson went to Michigan, and Michigan lost Reed to Connecticut, and 3 of the 4 in the Final Four. Wow.
Who's favored in that North Carolina-Michigan game?
Yeah, Arizona-Michigan is 1.5 point favorite.
I'm sorry.
It's Michigan, 1.5 point.
Arizona.
Yeah.
North Carolina didn't make it. Who's favored, Michigan?
By 1.5, so veritable coin
so
flip.
the Big Ten's favored to win it. Sounds like to me. That's a good conference, and I'm interested to see how we do. We're such a different basketball team than the UConn Huskies were back when we played them.
Yes.
And they're I'm sure they're better too, but they're not as. I think they had all the same personnel. We're going to have a little different lineup than what we were playing.
Completely different than November. Completely different. All right, it's Brother Johnny, ESPN 93.5. A couple of items that we haven't had a chance to talk to about this week. I guess, firstly, what do you think Supreme Court hearing on birthright citizenship? People fly in We have no idea. I think that we don't know a number. Some say 10,000, some say many more, because I understand it to be self-reporting. Coming at 8.5 months pregnant, have their baby. The child is now a citizen of the United States. I'm not sure the intent was that back in the day when this was decided on. So it doesn't look good initially for the government in this case. John Decker was, of course, in there and only 30 feet from the president of the United States. First time ever a sitting president has been at hearings. He said the president was absolutely still the whole time and just looked and listened and didn't say a word or mumble anything. So I just wonder, birthright citizenship, should people be allowed to come in the country at 8.5 months for the purpose of having the baby?
No, that's outrageous. And the problem is they don't want to be American. They want the benefits of being an American citizen. If they came in, if the intent and the motive was, I'm going to have a baby, I want to change, I want to become part of America, I want to assimilate the values, that's different. They're just taking a citizenship that gives them a lot by being an American citizen. You wouldn't know and hear some people talk, but it's one of the more valuable things in the world, an American citizenship. And it wasn't. It was to make sure that the slaves were citizens because their parents weren't. When they were switching into freedom for the slaves, that's when that came up. It had nothing to do with having a business that set you up, took you to America, got all the paperwork, and your child's a citizen of the United States. That's not what it was intended for. And I think guys like Roberts, for sure, is just going to say, well, I can't do it by executive order. He's not even going to really get into it. They're just going to probably just say, Congress passed a law, we'll look at it. But then Congress won't. So
one of justices, I think, was saying something like, "What a mess we're going to create." I don't think that's the job of justice, is it?
That was Amy Coney Barrett, and I don't think she's correct. I don't think that would create I don't know where she's coming from with that. So,
but I don't think that should be a consideration. You're supposed to rule on the law.
No. I think what she may be referring to is the left would file 200,000 lawsuits.
Oh, okay.
And so, that could be true, but you're right that you just don't be intimidated by people who abuse the law. They're just using our justice system for injustice, and that's happening every day. And both sides do it. Yeah, that's true. They do. The Republican side does it probably 10%, and the Democrats do 90.
Yeah, right.
That's the way. That's the split. That's how I handicap it.
All right. The other night, the president spoke on Iran. Did you get anything out of that?
Yeah, I thought he confirmed what the plan was. I don't know that he took anything off the table. I think his intent is to be essentially through with the destruction, which. You start to feel sorry for the 95 million out of 95.1 million that really have nothing to do with what's going on. Right. And I think he has to somehow have a plan to keep the oil going through the Straits. But it sounds like the diminished capacity of the Iranians is getting to where I don't see how they can worry about stopping an oil tanker.
But they still talk the same way. Like, we'll decide when we're
right. Well, we'll see whether anything happens on Karg Island. I still think we'll probably end up in control of that. But then they can talk all they want. They'll be talking about how that next tanker, it's going, we got her. They don't got anything. The oil gets on through. They just keep blowing smoke. And I don't think they're going to stop doing that. As far as the deal goes, I don't think it's possible. I mean, they're not going to let us go find any uranium. They're not going to stop trying to do whatever they can as long as that regime's in. They'll be, in a tent trying to make a nuclear weapon.
I think the likelihood of that, Johnny, I think you're right, it'd be the same likelihood as AOC and the squad jumping on board saying Donald Trump's a really good president.
Yeah, right. No, they're indoctrinated. They're ideologues, and they're really in it to the death. I got to tell you, as far as have some kind of, I sure can't call it respect, but I sure am amazed at their dedication to their cause all the way to death without batting an eye. Our leftist Democrats, they are committed to us dying if necessary, but they'll be hiding out somewhere. They don't want to lose a thing. They just want the power. So in some regards, there may be more. I don't know, more something with the crazy radical Islamists than our own resistance force here, and so it's pretty disappointing to see Americans behaving the way they're behaving. I can see disagreeing, but they're so far over the line. It's unbelievable.
It's Brother Johnny, New Orleans. It's ESPN 93.5 on this Friday. It is April 3rd. It is Final Four weekend. It's also Good Friday, Johnny. I mean, it's the most important weekend for Christians ever. It changed mankind when Jesus rose from the death. There's been certainly downplay of the Final Four cities, I'm sure, as far as remembering this is Easter weekend. But the importance of Easter weekend, I don't think we do Christmas if we don't do Easter, right?
Well, that's right. It's the whole promise of eternal life, and the Creator of the universe came to the earth because He wanted us to share the universe, His creation, with Him forever. That's quite a deal. And we just had a celebration for my friend Alvin Decker's 100th birthday.
Yeah. Wow.
But if you divide that by, say, the first trillion years of eternity, basically this existence is mathematically non-existent.
Right,
this isn't even happening, Steve.
Right. No,
on a mathematical perspective.
There's such hope because you have this peace with Jesus, and it's I've just encouraged people to ask questions, look into it, really delve into it. You'll have a much better life living every day. You just have more answers, and I think that's so critical.
He wants us to enjoy life, and if you kind of look to what He wants you to do in it, you will enjoy life. And it's a truth that I wish more people in the world believed. So,
something that's been coming up in my circle of people, and of course, Happy Easter to everybody. And it's a time to gather with friends and family and be able to just celebrate our risen Christ. But I was also thinking we'd be talking around the table about Artemis 2 and getting to the moon again. What's your thoughts on that? And can you reflect on how things were back in the day when you saw a man walking on the moon, Johnny?
Well, I'll tell you, that's 1969, and we've gone back from the shuttle. We've gone back to the splashdown technology.
Mm-hmm.
So the capsule will splash down when they come back. But boy, Stevie, that capsule looked a lot better than for the boys in the old days.
Oh boy,
when they were just figuring it out.
Yeah.
And in the technology, holy Toledo. And it was an amazing launch. We watched it with Lennox and Lincoln, and it was going. It kind of throttled back to 18,000 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh, that's nuts. Well, I remember July 20 of '69. I was at Grandma's house. Were you there with Dad and Mom? And I watched that thing at her TV at that apartment in Urbana, right on Main next to Strawberry Fields.
Okay.
That's where we were. That's where I was. I don't know if Johnny, we were all together, I'm sure.
I don't remember being with you, but I do remember the moon landing.
Okay.
Which, by the way, a lot of people think never happened.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly right.
But they did.
Yeah.
They went up there.
Yeah, well,
I think we're going to have a base up there within a couple of years.
Well, that'll be a closer launch to Mars, right?
Well, I'm not going to Mars, but I got some South Dakota land, so I might go on up to the moon and see what we got.
There we go.
That's so funny. But this mission, Artemis 2, is pretty much a slingshot around, but what a cool deal to look down at it and everything else. And everything is where we left it on Apollo 17. It's still down there. That golf ball from Alan Shepard's still out there somewhere.
Man, I'll tell you, Steve, I've had a lot of pretty pressureful moments in my engineering career, but if I double checking the calcs on that gravity whip around. My hand might be shaking.
Yeah,
because,
right. That's it. They're coming back on a slingshot. I mean, I don't know if they have enough stuff.
No, it whips it around
Wow.
the moon and then it just falls back to Earth. But they did this before, but nobody was in it, and we're fine.
Man. So this
and they've got. I think they probably have more control than Tom Hanks had to make sure
all
the
13.
angle coming in.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I need a plan. The Earth's getting pretty close in the window.
Yes,
that's pretty good. Well,
then when he was trying to line it up, because if he's off more than 2 degrees of the angle, they'll burn up.
Yeah.
So it was definitely
unbelievable,
pretty dicey. And look, it still is. It's quite an achievement and quite an incredible engineering monumental milestone.
It really is. It really is. Johnny, we appreciate it. Friday, okay, it's set 5:09 tomorrow. It's Illinois, Yukon. I'm not nervous, so I can't sit down and watch it.
Nervous.
I can't sit down and watch it. Can you sit down? I can't sit down and watch that.
Yeah, I can watch it sitting down. I might get up a little bit, but no, I got a good feeling about it, Stevie.
Oh, man,
I mean,
it's so fun.
I think Danny is too relieved about his last game, and then we're going to blindside him.
Let's go.
Let's go, boys.
Let's go.
And take it inside, get some fouls on that guy.
Yep.
Watch your threes. I feel like 22 threes, and see how we do, Stevie.
Well, we'll get it going, but thanks for jumping on Friday as always. We'll talk to you next week and maybe Monday if we pull through.
And to have a happy and blessed Easter.
Thank you.
Diane and Stevie.
Thank you. Happy Easter. God bless you. Thank you, Johnny.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today. Let's take a look at our weather forecast. It's Good Friday. We're heading into Easter weekend. And number one fans in New Orleans, Bobby and John Ketchatarian saying, "Go Illini." We're so excited about the Final Four as our number 3 seed Illini face number 2 seed Yukon. A lot of people are heading over for that open practice. Central Time, we've got doors opening at 9 and the practice starting at 10. So have fun watching our Illini in action. Tip-off in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil Stadium is at 5:09 tomorrow. Let's beat Yukon. We've also got support from Cam's, your home for the drink in Illini for 93 years, and Crossing Corner Boutique, located on 4 North Bourne near the tracks in downtown Tolono. And Cameron is a senior and Illini cheerleader. Go Illini.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign and vicinity, as expected. The wet weather pattern into play. Boy, some substantial rainfall totals at 1 to 2. Some spots at 3 to better than 4 inches yesterday. More to come over the next 48 hours. We'll top out at 76 today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in spots before the morning is done. Back in later this afternoon. Those could be stronger, locally severe. Highs up to 76. And note that south wind 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy, milder tonight. Showers and thunderstorms around this evening, along with a chance for some stronger, locally severe thunderstorm activity early this evening. Scattered showers late, low down to 60 tomorrow. Unseasonably warm, partly sunny. A bit of rain in spots in the morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms break out tomorrow afternoon again with a high up to around 77. Saturday outlook breezy, turning cooler. Showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Shower threat later in the day, high about 68. Easter Sunday better, breezy, cooler, partly sunny and 53. Mid-30s for sunrise. Temperatures are back into the 50s for highs. Dry weather Monday and Tuesday. The rains are back in next Wednesday and Thursday as highs and back to the 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Former Illini Terrence Shannon Jr. of the Minnesota Timberwolves about Ben Quattrone from Sarah Champagne. What kind of friend has he been?
Unbelievable. Ever since I came to this dealership, me and Ben had interactions. He's been a great person this whole time. It still is. I always would recommend him to anybody about a car or anything. He's always going to be there for you no matter what. He always be behind you. He's just a great person.
Visit sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Congrats, Illini, on a great season. Bring home another win. We're rooting for you on to victory from Dillman Brothers Roofing, Siding, and more in Urbana. Honest, dependable, affordable, too. Put us to work for you. Go Illini.
Crossing Corner Boutique near the tracks in downtown Tolono saying, Go Illini, especially with the Illini Cheer Squad. And Cam, go Illini.
Way to go, Fighting Illini, from all the good people at local Slumberland Furniture. After cheering them on, find your champion-level night's sleep at Slumberland, Town Center Boulevard, Champaign.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right things safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantoulby on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics and trailer mechanic and a tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
7:56, I'm Diane Ducey. We have Good Friday in progress now, and texts are coming in to our Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line, 359-2255. The word Illini. The Kylan Boswell jersey went to Sarah. And we also had a winner yesterday in Brenda Little from Tolono. She got the Merck jersey. The guys gave away Andrei Stojakovic's signed jersey during the drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone. We had Cooper and Uncle Lante back in studio here in downtown Philo. It's all brought to you by Body and Soul. They're gearing up in a few weeks to have marathon preparations, and of course they're at the Health and Wellness Fair at the Arc. So make sure you're stopping by and making sure you're all ready for this spring exercising and running and walking. Route 45 and Curtis Road in Savoy. And Moe's Burritos, what a great place to go with friends, at 723 South Neal Street for authentic Mexican food and drinks at great prices. Final 4 bound, baby. And boy, we have a lot of people that have stepped up, businesses that are supporting our Illini, including Grizzlies, Chimney Sweep, and Slumberland, and Carpet Weavers, the Embra Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove, T-Pro Towing, and 3C's Repair, Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights with their on-site repair. Thank you so much. We also have St. Louis in action against Detroit. That's an 11:15 pregame and 12:10 first pitch from Michael McGreevy here on US 105.9. Over across the hallway at Stevie J Broadcasting, we have the Cubs in action starting at 3:10 with Joe Boyle on the mound for the Chicago Cubs over on US 105.9. Hope it's going to be a great weekend.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
With like Lands Inc., we specialize in, we've got an amazing HVAC department that takes care of your furnace, your heat system, air conditioning, they do
pumps,
that.
yeah.
And for us in Underground, we take care of all your pipes that come into your home, leave your home, and work around your home to keep it dry, your drainage system, sump pumps, things like that. And exactly what you said, if you don't know, a couple decades ago, it was more like, oh, something broke, go fix it, repair it, no big deal. Well, now with the technology, we have cameras, like you said, that we can come in on these orange comfort clubs, and we can camera your sewer lines underneath your house and check them out just to make sure they're fine. If there's something wrong with it, we can show you right then. You know, truth is in seeing it.
Yeah.
We show it to you, and then you can plan as a homeowner for making those repairs or dealing with that issue later on. If it's an immediate need, at least you're not caught off surprise.
That sewer camera inspection with a proper clean out. I was just learning more at landsinc.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's a stronger than expected jobs report. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. The Labor Department says 178,000 new jobs were added in the U.S. last month, with the unemployment rate at 4.3%. That's down from 4.4% in February, when the economy is reported to have lost 133,000 jobs. Average hourly wages were up 0.2% from February, up 3.5% from last March. Iran State TV claims a U.S. fighter pilot has ejected from their aircraft over southwestern Iran. We've had no response yet from the Pentagon on that. The U.S. military has hit a bridge in Iran with airstrikes. Fox's Jonathan Hunt reports.
Some 36 hours on from President Trump's address to the nation, it is clear we are climbing the ladder of escalation in this war rather than descending it towards negotiation. That made clear by the destruction of Iran's newest and largest bridge by U.S. forces. That obviously the U.S. says could be used for military supply routes, but it is a civilian infrastructure target, and that marks a significant step up in this war. President Trump warning more is to come.
Also posting, with a little more time, we could easily open the Hormuz Strait, take the oil, and make a fortune. The administration is requesting a lot more money for the military.
The annual budget request from the administration calls for $1.5 trillion for the Pentagon, the largest top-line defense spending number ever, and a 44% increase from last year's defense budget. The White House Budget Office says the spending increase would provide for a pay raise for troops, resupplying munitions, and investing in a Golden Dome missile defense shield.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Cuba's government announces the pardon and release of 2010 prisoners. Cuba's embassy in the U.S. calls it a humanitarian gesture and says no one guilty of violent crimes were eligible. It's unclear whether any political prisoners are among those released. America's listening to Fox News.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
War Secretary Pete Hegseth continues a military leadership purge, firing Army Chief of Staff General Randy George and 2 other top generals. He's also signed a memo allowing service members to bring personal weapons onto military installations. President Trump announces higher tariffs on some imported drugs.
President Trump is ordering 100% tariffs on some pharmaceutical imports, rebuilding duties lost when they were struck down by the Supreme Court. Pharma companies must work with the U.S. government to cut drug prices and must commit to move production to the U.S. to completely avoid tariffs. If they do neither, they'll face the 100% tariff. The tariffs won't apply to countries with a U.S. trade agreement capping tariffs at 15%. Also, the U.S. and Britain have a deal that guarantees 0 tariffs on British-made pharmaceuticals for at least 3 years. Large pharma companies have 120 days to comply. Smaller producers have 180 days. Ginny Coselda, Fox News.
Chicago's police superintendent defends his department's response to an immigration and customs deployment in the city last year.
Chicago Police Superintendent Larry Snelling told an angry audience that police officers were keeping the public safe during protests and confrontations between people and federal agents.
You say we protected ICE. Let me explain something to you. ICE needed no protection.
He was questioned by members of the Community Commission for Public Safety and Accountability in what they called an urgent meeting. The discussion was heated, with members of the audience interrupting and shouting and being removed. Speakers told the superintendent they saw police collaborating with ICE and Customs and Border Patrol agents in violation of the city's welcoming ordinance. They questioned why police are not investigating the actions of immigration enforcement agents who they say committed crimes.
That's Fox 32 Chicago's Joni Lum. I'm Chris Foster. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois saw mixed job numbers in January, according to data from the Department of Employment Security. State's unemployment rate ticked up to 4.9%, rising 0.2 from December. At the same time, Illinois added 18,000 non-farm payroll jobs, the biggest monthly gain since June of 2023. Well, state of Illinois is honoring every Illinois State police officer killed in the line of duty. Over the next several months, IDOT and Illinois Tollway will erect signs for fallen ISP officers. New signs will be standardized for a uniform look since the agency began providing services April 1st, 1922. 73 ISP officers have died on the line of duty. Illinois Holocaust Museum mourning the passing of founder and survivor Sam Harris. He died this week at the age of 90, born in Dublin, Poland in 1935. He was one of the youngest known survivors of the Holocaust. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Well, it's Good Friday. Greg Solier, how are things as we come into Easter holiday weekend?
Well, Diane, doing well. Hopefully everyone has made it through A-OK on some of the rougher aspects of weather, but the rain has been bountiful, more to come, and I don't know how anyone else has been shortchanged around here, but if you have been, there is more on the maps and charts for later next week as well.
That's right. Our forecast is brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, a State Farm agent. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We're at 60 now. Seems like the sun's prevailing.
Yeah, it's trying to do so, and I think that'll be the story going forward for the day-to-day. It's just some peaks and pokes of some sunshine as we kind of sit between two weather systems. The one the past couple of days has brought anywhere between about 1 3/4 inches on the lower side. Most locales over 2, and fair number of areas here that are pushing 3 inches, and even higher numbers back west-northwest of us, parts of western through northern Indiana. The Wabash, would you believe, into some sense of flooding right now, at least elevated in some of those lowland ag areas. That is a dramatic turnaround from the dryness and drought pattern here on the past couple of years, and more to come. I think literally from a drought to perhaps a flood, and perhaps even too much of a good thing going forward in the days to come. But in the meantime, we do have some shower activity passing just south of Champaign County, actually down around the Charleston-Mattoon area, Sullivan. It'll be south of Tuscola and heading east there over the next couple of hours. Apart from that, 57 over at Willard and Savoy right now, and that breeze temporarily in from the west and become more southwest as the day wears on, bringing Gulf warmth and moisture on northward, and some thinning out of the overcast underway right now. Afternoon temperatures back in an unseasonably mild to warm setup around here, with again a stray shower thunderstorm in spots for this morning. Clusters of scattered activity this afternoon, evening time might again require a weather watch, a couple of warnings, and some pretty healthy downpours. The atmosphere reloading with moisture. 76 today, as mentioned, with a south-southwest wind. Periods of showers, thunderstorms for tonight. A couple of heavy thunderstorms front part of the night, low down to 62. And if you waken tomorrow morning with the showers and thunderstorms around, they'll just kind of follow you eastbound towards Indianapolis. There'll be some rainy travel, and probably the last of any rain there. It doesn't get going until, at least I should say, ends until just about the start of the ball game tomorrow late afternoon. But back here, 67, but temperatures fall later in the afternoon to a colder overnight low tomorrow night at 36 with a gusty west wind. For sunrise services here, at least if you're going to be out for Sunday morning, 50, or make that about 36 to start, 53 later in the day. Partly sunny skies, a stiff west wind. We're in the 50s Monday and Tuesday. Dry time, 60s Wednesday. And boy, kind of getting concerned on a real wet weather pattern that's playing out on the maps and charts for next Thursday and Friday as temperatures inch back close to 80 degrees. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
We're talking with Kent Brown, former I don't know what for the University of Illinois, so I'll just say athletic director. Okay, it doesn't really matter at this point because he really ran the deal. Kent, you ran the deal. When you were there for 30, 40 years, you did it. Everybody asked Kent what was going on, right? I mean, that's how it works.
Well, information was my middle name, sports information director, and so people came to me looking for information. That's what it worked.
You always had it. Well, you lived through some great times. You got big one tomorrow. In Indianapolis against UConn. What do you think, man? Can we beat UConn?
Absolutely, we can. And, just like the other two times we went to the Final Four, we were a number one seed, and I thought we were the best team in the nation both times.
Yeah.
And came up just a little short on both of those, which, shows you that anything can happen. The one thing about this team is that when they make shots and we're making threes and doing playing at a high level, our high level is really high and can beat any of those teams. And so, but we've also seen us play a few times where we didn't play defense great and didn't rebound as well, and it kind of went the other way. So, but not very often. Even some of those losses are, many of those losses are in overtime this year, and that could be one play here or there, anywhere, anywhere along the line. So, I think it's a toss-up game, as the odds would tell you. And so, but I think if we play well, we have a really good chance. I like playing UConn again since we played them way back in November, and we were a totally different team on the court back in that point of the season. So, should be very exciting. It'll be a lot of juice at the in Indianapolis.
I would think just like St. Louis, they had 30,000 people in St. Louis for that practice that we had in 2005, and in about an hour or so. The doors are going to open Lucas Oil for the free hour to look at teams. Folks that can't afford to go tomorrow and everything else to get at least a look at the team. I guess my question to you, 21 years ago in 2005, these big football stadiums for basketball, there could be a breeze up there when you're shooting your three, can't there?
There is a lot of space in there, and there's things can happen inside the big dome. It's a different atmosphere for sure because of so much openness and how big amount of space there is. But the players adjust and they see the rim, and hopefully they concentrate on that stuff. The other difference, I've been trying to figure out the difference between 2005 and now. One of them was, that team was ranked number one in the country all year long. And coming off that amazing victory over Arizona, and the thrill of that, just getting to overtime and winning in overtime, the fan following was amazing, and that was like a rock group all year long. I don't know if this team has faced that type of following, even though there's a lot of excitement. Our home games have been sold out. There's a lot of people following them and around them, and they're very popular. I don't know if it's the same kind of level as it was in 2001, but that doesn't mean this team can't win the whole thing. So it's just maybe a little bit different of a following. It's just been a little different than it was that season.
Well, I mean, to be where we were playing Wake Forest, vaulting from 5 to 1, and never losing that spot. Wow, Brian used to tell me it was like you're a rock star with the entourage. It was amazing. Every hotel. You remember that, don't you?
It was, and having to really, enter through the back door because there were so many people and autograph hounds who were trying to get stuff signed so they could go sell it, and
that's right.
Things like that. At every stop we made on the road, it was crazy. So this team doesn't have quite that type of deal. And our best player this year is a kid who's just turned 19 years old, and. Is pretty level-headed and not the huge personality of someone like D. Brown was, or James Augustine. Darren even could play that game a little bit, not quite like D could. But that group was built to be number one all year. This team has, because they came together so late.
Right, right.
And I mean by that is that we had so many new players that joined the team, and that's probably one of the amazing things that Brad has done is gotten several players, high-level players, to all play together, and that was a building process all season long, and it's paying off here.
It can't. In business or sports, it isn't that easy to say, okay, we're all going to get along and we have the same, we're going to hang out and have pizza. I mean, that's just, it evolves, but I think he kind of peaks every March. We seem to have a pretty darn good team for presentation.
Yeah, I agree. And he's mentioned more than once, and I know this is on purpose, that these guys are playing for the name on the front of the jersey versus the name on the back, and it can be easy in this day and age with the value of NIL, and that doesn't mean that these guys aren't profiting from their name, image, and likeness with different opportunities that they've been given. But it seems like, at least during the tournament here, they have pulled together, maybe that team meeting, maybe that team-only meeting that Kylan Boswell pulled together after the Big Ten tournament, before the NCAA tournament, helped guide that a little bit. That may go back as one of those things that people point to that really flipped the switch on this group.
And Kylan Boswell will be done with his eligibility at age 20. How about that, man?
Isn't that crazy? Because he came out a year early. Yeah, he's a young guy still. Yeah,
Kent, at 20. I guess I had a fro. I mean, what do I, 20? What is
I certainly still had hair at 20, but I barely knew my way around the campus at age 20.
Stunning.
He's
stunning.
He'll be able to take his first drink at the age of 21 in a couple of weeks.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think it's April 18th.
Unbelievable. It's Kent Brown, another minute or so. All right. So we prepare for the weekend. Is there any way to really prepare? This is a new experience for our team. We're coming out. We're probably, I don't know, Michigan hasn't been in the Final Four. Arizona has been in a while. So they're all kind of, except for UConn, and nobody really has any idea what this is going to feel like.
Yeah, and I will tell you, it was interesting yesterday as the team embarked on the buses and left. I was kind of thinking back to the 2005 and even 1989. I don't remember the send-offs. I guess there probably must have been something, but I don't remember an organized send-off as we got on the bus, and it became like a regular trip on the way down to St. Louis, right? Because we were busing all those places.
Right.
In '89, it was a little bit different, but in 2005, we were busing, and I just remember loading up the bus, and I'm sure there were fans there as we left, but I don't remember it as a big send-off. And I was impressed yesterday. There was probably 500 people or so that came out on not a horrible or not a great weather this week day. And so anyway, my point is when you're in the middle of it, when you're just really focused on the next thing, and so the team doesn't get a chance to really appreciate all the stuff that's going on around how hard it is to get tickets, all the merchandise being sold, all that stuff. They may see a little bit of it, but when you're focusing on just getting ready for the next opponent, getting to go to practice, these guys still do have some class responsibilities they've got to attend to, workouts, all these types, tending to injuries, all this stuff. You're really kind of focused on these little things. And then when you get to the game, I just remember in St. Louis that, walking out to 25,000 people or 30,000 people on that open practice, that was an eye-opener, right? And but it was like we were just talking about. The team is a little bit controlled because of your control, because you're coming in the back door and you're not out in the middle of all this activity. You don't really understand it till later. And so hopefully, the guys all are focused in and locked in on what they're trying to do and enjoying the experience. And it is just bigger. Every weekend that you win, it gets bigger and busier. And I always tell people it's like you're going 100 miles an hour 24/7, and then whenever it ends, whether it's on that last Monday or whenever it ends, it's like you hit a brick wall and it just stops, like right now.
Yeah, right.
And and you don't even have time to like look around. You're just doing whatever you got to do in front of you. And so, I don't know. It's a fast-paced process. I know these guys will have a chance to enjoy what's going on, but they'll also afterwards have a time to reflect and look back and see how crazy it was.
Well, and kudos to Josh Whitman and his team for being able to navigate so many different chapters of this and have those kind of send-off parties. And when people came into Flightstar and Willard and all that, and when they, it's been amazing that the reception and the embracing, of course, Illini Nation stepping up.
Yeah.
It is, and it's another thing that I was talking, our fans, when we play at this level, our fans are as good as anybody in the country and better than most. I'm just telling you, it is amazing, the orange pride that's out there, and orange and blue pride. And I don't know, I bet there was 1,000 people at the airport on Sunday morning.
Amazing.
And like I said, when the team left on Wednesday, it was not a great weather day. It rained. It was kind of cold and chilly, but there was 500 people at 1:30 in the afternoon came out to see these guys get on the bus and hear Boswell and Josh and Coach Underwood talk for about 5 minutes. That's all they wanted.
Yeah,
That's all, and it got everybody
so cool.
excited.
That's right.
And so our fans will be great. There will be thousands of fans in Indianapolis this weekend just enjoying the experience.
Right.
They won't have a ticket to the game, but they'll be enjoying the experience at the bars and restaurants and downtown. It'll be a really fun event for the people who are going over, and for the ones who are lucky enough to have tickets, they'll really it's one of those experiences that you'll last a lifetime.
Ken Brown, appreciate your time. I'm not nervous. Tomorrow, Illinois, UConn, and I hope it's exciting Monday all day as well.
Yes.
So we will.
Yeah, that game.
See.
If you advance to Monday, that game is late. It's 8 o'clock Central Time. Basically, and 9 o'clock Eastern Time. It's a late night.
Yeah, right.
We are very fortunate here in Champaign that we're basically an hour and a half, hour 45. 2 hours, let's just say 2 hours from downtown Indianapolis.
Well, if Arizona beats Michigan, there'll be a window of opportunity because I think the tickets will be much more plentiful because they're all going to come from Arizona. So we would have much more of an advantage to buy some at $300 instead of $800 or something like that.
Yeah. The pricing is crazy, even for the 500 and 600 level seats at the arena at the stadium. So it'll be a fast, fun weekend, and man, I tell you what, I kind of like playing the first game on Saturday night.
Yep.
That way, if you win, you can really relax and just enjoy the second one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Kent Brown, good work, whatever you were, athletic director, I think, and it's just great to talk to you always, and keep it going, and go Illini.
Go Illini.
Let's go Illini. Let's get this done. ILL.
INI. Congratulations to the Fighting Illini, and good luck from your fans at the Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove.
And New Orleans' #1 fans are John and Bobby Ketchetarian saying, "Go Illini."
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and their run to a national championship from your fans at Shimmer and Chic Boutique in Tuscola. Go Illini.
You ever notice how 1 yard on the block just looks better? Since 1977, Spring Green has been the locally owned neighborhood lawn care, pest control, and tree care expert right here in central Illinois. Not cookie-cutter treatments, real tailored care from professionals who live and work where you do. So your lawn, greener, your trees, healthier, your backyard, ready for everything spring throws at it? Visit spring-green.com and see what your yard's been missing. Spring Green, local, trusted, growing strong since 1977.
The 22nd Annual Festival of Quilts is happening Friday, April 10th from 9 to 5 and Saturday, April 11th from 9 to 2. This signature fundraising event at Cunningham Children's Home, 1301 North Cunningham in Urbana, supports nearly 1,000 youth and families served each year. Quilters from around the area are honoring the tradition started in 1895. A $10 donation at the door is suggested, with kids 10 and under free with a paying adult. Don't forget to buy a treat at the bake sale, April 10th and 11th at Cunningham Children's Home. It's the Festival of Quilts.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
The Cardinals are 4-2 after taking 2 of 3 from the Rays and the Mets on their season-opening homestand. And after an off day yesterday, they get back at this afternoon. They match up against the Tigers in Detroit. Michael McGreevy on the mound today for the Cardinals. He went 6 scoreless innings in his season debut against the Rays. Ended up with a no decision, throwing 96 pitches over his career, 17 outings, 16 starts, an 8-4 record. A 4.42 ERA. This is going to be his first ever appearance against the Tigers. Detroit is going to go with Framber Valdez. He comes in with no record, a 1.50 ERA after he held the Padres to 2 runs, 1 earned in 6 innings in his first start of the year. Career against the Cardinals 0-2 with a 9.90 ERA. While the Cardinals come into today's game with a 4-2 record, the Tigers are just 2-4 and are on a 4-game losing streak. 12:10 first pitch. That means coverage begins at 11:15 this morning. For the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
Urbana Park District is hiring. Are you looking for a summer gig or a side hustle? With great jobs as a lifeguard, camp counselor, grounds crew, customer service representative, and other opportunities. Young adults getting a first job to boost their resume. Line up a new gig that's convenient right along the MTD bus line. Learn more about the job openings online at urbanaparks.org. Make some money, serve the community, make connections this summer with the Urbana Park District.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. As winter fades and spring rains move in, melting snow, heavy storms, and stressed pipes can quickly turn into flooding and water damage for homes and businesses across Champaign County. When water shows up where it shouldn't, every minute matters. At Clean Right, we're a family-owned and operated company with deep roots in this community, and we're ready with a 24/7 emergency response. Our certified, experienced technicians arrive fast to assess the damage and start the restoration process right away. Whether it's a flooded basement, burst pipe, or storm damage, we work to make the recovery quick and as stress-free as possible. Our mission is to return your property to clean, safe, like-new condition so you can get back to normal. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Learn more or request emergency service anytime at cleanright.net.
Looking for bold, authentic Mexican flavor right here in Champaign? Head to Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Ben Buskirk. You'll find fresh, flavorful tacos, loaded burritos, and cheesy quesadillas. Best of all, the prices are perfect for college students and families. Moe's Burritos Bar and Grill, a hidden gem for authentic Mexican food in Champaign, 723 South Neal Street, next to Bacon and Ben Buskirk. Or check out the food truck with Moe's Burritos. Check out Moe's Burritos Restaurant on Facebook.
What is most important to you in your life?
This is Eric Bolin with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and their run to the national championship from your fans at T-Pro Towing and 3C's Repair. Go Illini!
Cam's, home of the Drinking Illini for 93 years. Go Illini!
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and good luck in Indy from your fans at Freedom Fabrication and Millwright's On-Site Repair. Go Illini!
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini from your friends at Grizzly's Chimney Service for all your chimney needs. Go Illini!
Your home's best defense against uncertain times is an offense that includes Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding can box out bad weather, providing superior protection against the elements. A new front door from Kramer is like the handshake before the game for your guests. Beautiful enough to be welcoming and strong enough to protect your home from foul play. Gutter Helmet is your slam dunk in gutter protection. We guarantee you'll never have to clean your gutters again. All this hoop comes with no harm. Our products are proudly made in the USA and can be financed. Get your home in the game at kramersiding.com.
It's Good Friday, and we do have the Cubs in action across the hallway here at Stevie J Broadcasting, and that'll come our way at 3:10 for the first pitch, so 2:45 for that pregame at Cleveland. Again, the St. Louis Cardinals are in Detroit to face the Tigers, and Michael McGreevy will take the mound for the Cardinals here on ESPN 93.5. The Toronto and Chicago White Sox game was postponed yesterday. Auburn ended up beating ISU 88-66 in the semifinals of the NIT. Redbirds wrap their season at 23-13. So good job to our Redbirds.
The U.S. blowing up Iran's largest bridge.
That obviously the U.S. says could be used for military supply routes, but it is a civilian infrastructure target, and that marks a significant step up in this war. President Trump warning more is to come.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt. Now several countries are joining in efforts to try to reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
President Trump has been warning that foreign countries that heavily rely on the strait need to take the lead against Iranian terror. Well, in London yesterday, 40 countries joined a virtual meeting to discuss the urgent need to diplomatically restore the flow on the Strait of Hormuz. The British foreign minister says Iran has recklessly hijacked the strait.
Fox's Matt Finn reporting from Dubai. Employers added 178,000 jobs last month, more than economists had expected. Unemployment rate sank to 4.3%. America's listening to Fox News.
Jackson Hewitt handles your taxes and your stress. Inhale our no surprise price of $149 or less. Exhale, paying more for complicated taxes. You won't. Inhale new tax law knowledge. Exhale, missing out on your biggest refund? Certainly not. Don't miss paying $149 or less. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Here's a look at local news. Illinois saw mixed job numbers in January, according to data from the Department of Employment Security. State's unemployment rate ticked up to 4.9%, rising 0.2 from December. At the same time, Illinois added 18,000 non-farm payroll jobs, the biggest monthly gain since June of 2023. Well, state of Illinois is honoring every Illinois State police officer killed in the line of duty. Over the next several months, IDOT and Illinois Tollway will erect signs for fallen ISP officers. New signs will be standardized for a uniform look since the agency began providing services April 1st, 1922. 73 ISP officers have died on the line of duty. Illinois Holocaust Museum mourning the passing of founder and survivor Sam Harris. He died this week at the age of 90, born in Dublin, Poland in 1935. He was one of the youngest known survivors of the Holocaust. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
So many terrific shout-outs from some of our local businesses, including our friends at Apple Dumpling in Urbana, home of the amazing fried chicken and apple dumplings. Enjoy breakfast all weekend and open Saturday nights, available for takeout for the big game. Of course, tip-off at 5:09 from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. That opened practice just after 10 a.m. this morning, so we have a lot of fans that have been heading over. Looking forward to the number 3 seed Illinois facing number 2 seed UConn. Our meteorologist Greg Solier with our forecast now here at 8:34.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana, and Vicinity. Nice to get that welcome rainfall at 1 to 2, but pockets of 3 to 4 inches noted in some areas as well. Even a little higher in some areas of the Wabash Valley. Keep an eye on some standing water and the showers and thunderstorms back in as the morning wears on, and this afternoon as well. Those could be growing locally stronger, severe. Highs up to 76, and that south wind too at 20 to 30, gusts 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy milder for tonight after mid-70s today, 60 tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms before midnight. Again, after midnight, some of those storms this evening could be having severe. Partly sunny, warm for the day tomorrow. Touch of rain early, scattered showers, thunderstorms back in for the afternoon and tomorrow night. High tomorrow at 77, back down to 62 for tomorrow night. And a Saturday high with showers and thunderstorms in the morning at 68. Dry weather, partly sunny, mid-30s for sunrise services Easter Sunday morning, 53 in the afternoon. 50s Monday and Tuesday, 60s next Wednesday, Thursday. Rain back in the forecast late next week as well. First TVJ Broadcasting, IB meteorologist Greg Solgay.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC. MSTC and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Congrats, Illini, on a great season. Bring home another win. We're rooting for you on to victory from Dillman Brothers Roofing, Siding, and more in Urbana. Honest, dependable, affordable, too. Put us to work for you. Go, Illini.
Crossing Corner Boutique near the tracks in downtown Tolono saying, Go, Illini, especially with the Illini Cheer Squad. And Cam, go, Illini.
Way to go, Fighting Illini, from all the good people at local Slumberland Furniture. After cheering them on, find your champion-level night's sleep at Slumberland, Town Center Boulevard, Champaign.
Well, it's great to have Rod Judson on the air with Stevie J earlier this week, talking about all the festivities that are going on in Indy, the Final Four Festival for fans. Visit Indy.com if you need more information if you're heading that way. Here's more with that conversation with Rod Judson.
It is the National Association of Basketball Coaches. It's a convention.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of meetings for the different coaching levels, for assistant coaches, for head coaches, for the different conferences, for the different divisions. And one thing that is going to be really neat this year, it's the first time, is that on Sunday they are going to play off the Division II championship, the Division III championship, and the NIT championship in the Pacers arena. And so instead of those being at different spots across the country, the fans that are at the Final Four will be able to go and see those championship games there. And that's just fantastic, particularly for, the D2 and D3 teams that make it to the championship game. So it's a big weekend. It's a big weekend of basketball, and it's so fitting that it's in Indianapolis and the Illini. How many people from Champaign and from the state of Illinois are going to head to Indy this weekend to pull the Illini through? It's going to be an orange and blue wave that's going to hit Indianapolis.
No, I think there's no doubt. I think UConn will have fans, but they're kind of used to this, so it's like, another one. And I think Michigan will travel, but I remember Michigan beat us in '89. They didn't even fill the stadium for their pep rally. I mean, they came home and they had the trophy. I said, why in the world they don't draw that? I don't get it. Oh, another. We're win one in football, win one in basketball. Illinois is hungry, man.
That's
right.
We're
hungry. We're thirsty.
And I'm hearing from Nate, who just called in, that the Illinois practice will be Friday morning between 11 and 11:55, but that's 10 to 10:55 Central Time. But still, if fans are over there to take note of that.
I think when St. Louis in 05, I think we had 40,000 people.
Right. I mean,
the stadium holds. Yeah, it's free getting in. So if it's 11 Eastern, that's 10 our time.
That's right.
But confirm that before you go.
I know.
And know that you can at least see them. And I'm sure they'll pull out the super secret plays, like the Statue of Liberty basketball play, just show everybody. I'm positive, Rob, they'll do something super secret that the other team will never see. So.
Well, what has happened as you go through the tournament is that teams will have their normal practice at a different site. They will have it somewhere where it's closed to the public and have their strategy and their walkthrough and those type of things. And then when they head over to the arena, that is pretty much basically more of a shooting practice
and just a show and get used to it. Right.
Exactly.
And that came up with John talking about Ubben versus State Farm Center. That would there be some depth perception there and that type of practicing? Of course, that's in our backyard.
And we're pretty used to that one, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think players today, they play all over the country in different gyms as they're coming up through AAU, and granted, it might not be in the Lucas Oil Stadium,
right.
but they're used to playing in different venues, and it's the same thing. You know, that basket is 10 feet tall and it's 18 inches in diameter, and everybody gets to shoot at it. So you have to trust your practice and trust your instincts when you go into those situations.
Rob Judson on the radio here with us, Stevie J, Diane Ducey, and it's Rob Judson, former Illini great. Also, his father and uncle, transformative in the 50s. Judson could be the biggest name in Illinois basketball history after Rob brought the Peoria gang to Illinois with Lon Kruger in the late 90s. Just dropping a few other things, Rob. Rob Judson. All right, so tell me.
Keep it going, Stevie.
What do we have to do to beat Connecticut?
It's going to be the same formula as we had in those in the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 games, and that's going to be to start with the defense. And anytime you can keep an opponent's field goal percentage down in the low 30s, that gives you a great chance at winning. The other factor is the free throw game, and so you always want to look to making more free throws than your opponent's attempt. And so that's twofold. Number one, obviously, you don't want to foul, but number two, you want to attack the basket, which forces the opponent to maybe put you at the free throw line more than the other team. And then the turnovers. Our turnovers have been limited. We haven't given our opponents an opportunity to get fast breaks and easy baskets off our turnovers. And if you look at that last UConn game, that's what won it for them, a transition basket off a turnover. So those are the things that, regardless of where you're playing, but particularly as you go through an NCAA tournament or any tournament format, are going to be the foundations that will allow you to be victorious.
So who do you think will win?
I like the Illini.
All right.
I like the Illini. I like the Illini all the way. Now, Arizona and Michigan, as we know, are really good. That should be just one heck of a game. I'm very happy that the Illini are playing the first game, because as we get through that first game, the rest is so important. And that second game is going to finish very late. And so that can have an effect on Monday night when you're playing those late games like that. But that Michigan-Arizona game is going to be two teams who, as we know, are very, very good. And with the Illini matching up against the winner of that game, then anything can happen. There have been a lot of times in NCAA tournament history where many people thought the champion was going to come from a semifinal game, and it didn't end up that way. And so you always have an opportunity when you're playing good defense and you're taking care of the basketball.
Well, I tell you, I would call this our payback tour. Houston beat me out of the tournament a couple of years ago. We certainly owe Connecticut from the pounding we took 2 years ago in the Elite Eight. And then Michigan, you can assortment of choices, not only earlier this year, but 89 with Glenn Rice when we've beaten them twice badly, and they beat us in the Final Four. So this is the payback tour, Rob.
And Arizona as well. You know, we lost to Arizona.
Oh, that was the 56 free throws or something.
2001. I think it's still a record. Yeah, where Arizona shot 56 free throws to our 25.
Gosh.
And went on to the championship game. But
you were there for that, weren't you?
I was on staff. That was Bill Self's first season, and we played Arizona 3 times that year. We lost in overtime in Maui for the championship. We beat them in the United Center game in Chicago, and then played them in that Elite 8 game where we didn't get any breaks. Let's put it that way. 56 free throws from the opponent's from the opposing team, and
we can pay back Arizona or Michigan. We own both. We own both.
We owe them all. We got a lot of good motivation on all of that.
All right, one more. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, UConn is one of those teams, and having coached in the Big East, UConn is one of those teams that you just really like to beat. Let's put it that way.
That's right.
All right, last text in for Rob.
There was a text that said the Findlay Falcons won state title in 1992 with 96 kids, still the smallest in that
but there were
classes.
There were classes.
Two-class system then.
And right.
You didn't have to,
that.
But you
right.
didn't. That was an amazing run for Findlay, but to not mess with the big schools is a whole different can of worms.
And then Michael's mentioning ISU in the NIT Final Four. Did you have some roots in that program at all, Rob?
He came off their bench last year.
Okay.
He's the reason they've done this.
Well, that's
it's
why
Rob
Michael
Judson.
and Rantoul is mentioning that.
No, Rob was the man, and he's a quote assistant coach, but he knew what to tell him.
That's right.
He told the head coach how to do it. Come on.
Well, one thing that Illinois State has is Ty Pence. Ty Pence, a local player from St. Joe. Had the game of his career at Wake Forest, which allowed the Redbirds to continue on and then beat Dayton in Dayton. So, Illinois State is in the semifinals of the NIT Thursday night against Auburn. That game will be played in Hinkle Fieldhouse. And then, as I mentioned, the championship of the NIT will be Sunday evening. So I'm very happy for Coach Peden. And very, very proud of the young men we recruited at Illinois State, and for Illinois State to continue playing in the NIT on Thursday in Indianapolis is a very cool thing as well. So a lot of Illinois connections going on in Indianapolis this weekend.
No, awesome. Good.
And Auburn beat ISU 88-66 yesterday. So Auburn will face Tulsa.
Thank you for all the hype, and go Illini.
All right, we'll talk soon. Thank you, Rob Judson, former Illini player who was then on the transition. He was on the floor for the Eddie Johnson shot in '79. Outstanding coach for years and years and years, and the man still looks like he used to. It's stunning. It's the same. He looks the same. ESPN 93.5, 753. All right,
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Ride in Champaign. When disaster strikes your home or business, you have choices for emergency restoration services in Champaign County, and we're honored every time you choose us. At Clean Ride, you're not calling a big national chain, you're calling a family-owned and operated company with deep roots right here in the community. We treat every customer like a neighbor, because chances are you are. Whether it's water damage, fire, storms, or unexpected emergencies, our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free. guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net. Cleanright, restoring properties and peace of mind across Champaign County.
Urbana Park District is hiring. Are you looking for a summer gig or a side hustle? With great jobs as a lifeguard, camp counselor, grounds crew, customer service representative, and other opportunities. Young adults getting a first job to boost their resume. Line up a new gig that's convenient right along the MTD bus line. Learn more about the job openings online at urbanaparks.org. Make some money, serve the community, make connections this summer with the Urbana Park District.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Congratulations, Coach Underwood and the team from your friends at Apple Dumpling in Urbana, home of the amazing fried chicken and apple dumplings. Enjoy breakfast all weekend and open Saturday nights. Takeout available for the big game. Go Illini!
Hey, this is Mike Turner with Carpet Weavers. Congratulations to the Fighting Illini and good luck from your friends at Carpet Weavers in Champaign. Your flooring, carpet, and furniture store on Market View and Champaign. Floors, furniture, and family. And go Illini!
We've had Body and Soul at Route 45 and Curtis Road in Savoy, and Moe's Burritos, 723 South Neal Street. Authentic Mexican food and drinks at great prices. Supporting our Final Four bound Illini with the Illini jersey giveaway. We have some unsigned jerseys from Ty Rogers, number 20, and Jake Davis, number 15, thanks to Campus Inc. and the NIL store. So I'm going to go to our text bank and see what we come up with when I have a random person selected. We've had a lot of people texting in Illini to try to win these jerseys all week here on ESPN 93.5, so thank you for that. 217-359-2255. Let's see what we can come up with at the end of the show here to find a winner of an unsigned jersey, either Jake Davis or Ty Rogers. They'll do the same this afternoon.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. As expected, the wet weather pattern into play. Boy, some substantial rainfall totals at 1 to 2. Some spots at 3 to better than 4 inches yesterday. More to come over the next 48 hours. We'll top out at 76 today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms in spots before the morning is done. Back in later this afternoon. Those could be stronger, locally severe. Highs up to 76. And note that south wind 20 to 30, gust 40 to 45 miles per hour. Windy milder tonight. Showers and thunderstorms around this evening, along with a chance for some stronger, locally severe thunderstorm activity early this evening. Scattered showers late, low down to 60. Tomorrow unseasonably warm, partly sunny. A bit of rain in spots in the morning. Scattered showers and thunderstorms break out tomorrow afternoon again with a high up to around 77. Saturday outlook breezy, turning cooler. Showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Shower threat later in the day, high about 68. Easter Sunday better, breezy, cooler, partly sunny and 53. Mid-30s for sunrise. Temperatures are back into the 50s for highs. Dry weather Monday and Tuesday. The rains are back in next Wednesday and Thursday as highs head back to the 60s. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You ever notice how 1 yard on the block just looks better? Since 1977, Spring Green has been the locally owned neighborhood lawn care, pest control, and tree care expert right here in Central Illinois. Not cookie-cutter treatments, real tailored care from professionals who live and work where you do. So your lawn, greener, your trees, healthier, your backyard, ready for everything spring throws at it? Visit spring-green.com and see what your yard's been missing. Spring Green, local, trusted, growing strong since 1977.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini from Illini Mattress. A special shout out to Kylan Boswell, already getting his best rest and sleep on a mattress from Illini Mattress. They're cheering you on. Go Illini.
Steve Tarrant, State Farm, would like to give a shout out to our Illini men's basketball team, 106 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign. It's been a phenomenal year. Looking forward to 2 more wins. Go Illini! All right, Go Illini is right. Brian Kearney from St. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, well, you're one of the people that texted in to our Fisher National Bank text line the word Illini, and guess what, Brian?
What's that?
You win!
Oh, that's great.
So, we're doing unsigned jerseys today, and the Keaton Wagler jersey we're going to save for Monday, because we never know. We might be playing on Monday. I've got a good feeling about this game against UConn. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I would love to watch the game on Monday and get a national championship.
Absolutely. So I know you probably have a lot of friends in SJO that are going to the game, and you're watching it, though, with friends or family in St. Joe?
That's the plan.
Okay. Now, I know there was a lot of red yesterday. ISU ended up losing with Auburn on top 88-66 in the NIT, but in the semifinals. But what a record with 23-13. A great season with Ty Pence. He's an SJO guy.
Yeah, I stayed up and watched the game. It was competitive for a while, but ISU didn't pull it out.
I know. But still, a great season. And how did Ty do? I ended up going to a meeting in my hometown of Tolono.
I believe Ty got into the double digits. He had a pretty good game.
All righty. Good to know. So we've been doing phenomenal in this area with the NJCAAs hosted at Danville Area Community College, and Parkland Cobras going on to win that. ISU did well. Of course, our Illini football team getting into the postseason and doing well. And here we are with our Fighting Illini in the Final Four. Awesome.
Yep, it's great.
Okay, so you'll have a chance to win either Jake Davis or Ty Rogers, and we can talk about the sizes of these jerseys and find out how we can fit you for the game tomorrow as you watch there in SJO. Brian, thank you so much for representing and texting in and being a part of the festivities here on ESPN 93.5.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, so Go Illini, hang on the line. I'll get more details from you in a moment.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right things safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at TIMO@GFTLOG.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantobi on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics and trailer mechanic and tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know, because we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Congratulations to the Fighting Illini from Illini Mattress. A special shout out to Kylan Boswell, already getting his best rest and sleep on a mattress from Illini Mattress. They're cheering you on. Go Illini.
Steve Tarrant State Farm would like to give a shout out to our Illini men's basketball team, 106 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign. It's been a phenomenal year. Looking forward to 2 more wins. Go Illini.
At NCAA championships, noise is made here. Memories are made here. Champions win here. The only thing missing here is you. The National Collegiate Men's Gymnastics Championships, coming to Champaign, Illinois this April. Get your seats at ncaa.com/tickets.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the St.